Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Georgiman, and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to do a follow-up video to my chapter 167 review of Chainsaw Man. Because after I posted that video, I saw a lot of, discourse online through Instagram, Reddit, all of it, pretty much Twitter. I saw a bunch of people just pretty much being outraged by the whole controversy of the chapter, calling it, the worst thing they've ever seen, saying they're gonna drop the series, that Fujimoto should be locked up. I've seen people just say a bunch of outrageous things, and as you could tell from the title of the thumbnail of my video, the one that really stuck out to me, that I was like, you know what, I gotta make a video about this because this is just ridiculous. This is insane. People are losing their minds over literally nothing. And I just wanted to make a follow-up video, just kind of, go over my thoughts on the chapter and pretty much kind of debunking all these people's notions of Chainsaw Man just being utter trash after this chapter. So before I go any farther with this video, I just wanted to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Chainsaw Man as well as all my anime and manga content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get into this week's chapter and the whole situation. So for starters, I just gotta be straight up blunt. I'm gonna be defending this chapter. So if you hated it and all that for whatever reasons, you're not gonna like this video. So just as a disclaimer. So for starters, I just think that the whole situation, people being upset about it, being outraged about the whole situation, specifically Yoru, and some people have been saying like, oh, Fujimoto ruined her character. Yoru is just, she would never do something like that. What a disgraceful way to do such a great character. This is it, this and that. And to all the people saying all stuff like that, all I gotta say is, y'all gotta touch some grass, because y'all are freaking out over nothing. I do find it funny how people love to draw the line of because they're saying she Yoru, she would never do such a thing. She's assaulting Denji. He didn't consent, all this and that. And to all of you guys, you guys realize she's the war devil, right? You're saying that she wouldn't do something like that? Excuse me? Do you know how, let me get this straight. So, killing people in war, and the concept of war itself, she's the manifestation of war itself, which has taken the lives of millions upon millions of people. But you draw the line at that, what she did to Denji, and you think that she, she's such a despicable character for that, but not for all the previous stuff. I don't know, I just find that ridiculous, and to straight up, I just find it corny. How people just have to for me, my biggest takeaway is that people have to realize this is fiction, guys. This is not real. But people love to bring up scenarios where oh, well, in the real world this, or to say that make it feel like it's real. Listen, I love Chainsaw Man, love it to death, but come on, guys, it's, at the end of the day, it's a story that's for our entertainment, and enjoyability is something subjected to the eye of the viewer. So maybe because you didn't like it doesn't make it bad necessarily. I've done this with some shows. I think something's trash, but it's just my opinion, man. I'm not objective, or it's all subjective at the end of the day. But the one that I want to go off on is this one person. So disclaimer, I don't even have Twitter. I saw this through Reddit because people were clowning it. So this one person on Twitter, which I make sure to blur their eyes and their Instagram handle, Twitter handle, because I don't want to spread hate or any harassment towards that person. But this person that I saw, she posted something along the lines, she had cosplayed Yoru and Asa, right? And this cosplay was about a year ago or something. And I'm scrolling through her Twitter or whatever that I had seen people do. She happened to be a big Asa Yoru fan, right? She cosplays her all the time. She has all in her feed a bunch of Asa and Yoru stuff. And after this chapter, she was in shambles. She was oh my god, I can't believe I cosplayed this freak. Oh my goodness, I'll never, Fujimoto, what are you doing? This and that. And that, to me, I just find it corny, man. Really? You're I'm never gonna cosplay this character again. Oh my god, they ruined the character. Listen, I know the person's young, the person on the Twitter thread or whatever. I get that they're young, but here's some words of, I guess, here's some words for you to take. If you were to watch, if you're watching this video, if the person that posted that thing on Twitter, if they're watching this video, all I just gotta say is like, take a deep breath and relax. Don't be so pressed, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I just thought that the whole situation you and other people did was kind of ridiculous over nothing. Like, it was a nothing burger, guys. Because for starters, Yoru, I think she's a fascinating character. I think she's a great character in Chainsaw Man Part 2. I love Asa and Yoru's dynamic. I think it's one of the best, if not one of the best, if not the best element of Chainsaw Man Part 2 as a whole. I really like their chemistry and their dynamic and their character growth as the story has progressed. But you guys gotta realize, like, it's not a world of just pure good and pure evil. Like, there's a gray area where, just because Yoru's funny does not make her a good person per se. Like, because she is, at the end of the day, the war devil. Now, you can say that maybe towards the end of the story she'll change, and she has been hinted at being changing when she has those feelings towards Denji, when she realizes they kiss. Now, did she go a little bit too overboard what she did? That's another discussion. I personally think that perhaps she did, but at the end of the day, emotions run high. They're both, I don't know about both, but Denji, that's the one thing I also wanted to bring up in that chapter. Denji, he bounced back with some tongue action. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's not like, did Yoru initiate the engagement? Yes, she did, absolutely. Did she go a little bit too aggressive with it? Yeah, absolutely. We can have a discussion whether she was right for doing so or not. But, like, at the end of the day, it's all fiction, guys. Like, it's don't take it too serious. Like, people were saying, like, that, like, I'm sure Fujimoto has gotten, like, death threats, and he's probably laughing about them. He's like, haha. Because I don't see, like, Fujimoto, like, being, like, that type of guy that's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to change my writing because of that. And he's been on record. That's why he doesn't show his face, because he knows that people will be outraged at him and, try to harass him in that. And that's the thing that I wanted to bring up with, stop harassing people. Like, I've seen people, like, having, like, a war back and forward, like, oh my god, Yoru, she took advantage of Asa and all that, or, which she did, by the way, she did, like, 100% she did. I mean, she took over Asa, but I've seen people just, like, saying, like, whether it's consensual, was it not consensual, and the other day, man, it's a story, bro. Like, relax, they're not real. Like I said, touch grass, man. Like, listen, I love this story. Like, Chainsaw Man's in my top 5 mangas of all time. Love Fujimoto, he's in my top 3 writers of all time. I love this story, man. Like, there's a reason I made a YouTube channel specifically for this, story. If you go back, scroll all the way back, my very first video was about Chainsaw Man. And like I love this series to like a complete I love it from beginning to end. And I think part 2 has been fantastic, if not better than part 1, in my personal opinion. And I just want to make this video to, like, clarify for those people, like, hey, like, relax. Like, I just don't understand the situation where everybody's saying, like, oh, I'm gonna drop the series because of what I saw. Like, really? That's why you're stopping the series at that? Even though Chainsaw Man has always been very sexualized from beginning to end. I mean, you go to part 1, the first thing he wanted to do was touch boobs, and then as the story progressed, he now wants to do it with a lady. So, like, for me, when people get disgusted, like, oh, it went too far, or, well, how could he ever do that? Like, come on, have you been reading Chainsaw Man, like, blind? Like, have you been closed your eyes? Like, what are you doing, brother? Like, come on now. Like, for me, I just find this whole situation ridiculous, and I find it corny, find it, like, over the top, and I just feel like people have to relax and take a deep breath and just look back and be like, is this really worth putting, like, making, like, paragraphs about? Is it really worth, like, writing, like, 100,000 characters on, like, these Twitter threads and Reddit fights and all that? Because at the end of the day, it's just a story, man, and it's a story for people to enjoy or not. And I just think that this whole situation has been very ridiculous, especially with the whole, like, oh man, we're gonna cosplay how Yoru again, how dare she do something like that. Come on. Like, okay, so the kiss was fine when she took over Asa's body back then, and she kissed Denji back when they went to that date, but, her tickling Denji's pickle? Really? That's what pushed you overboard? But yeah, overall, I thought it was whole nonsense. That I just wanted to make a little recap / update video on the whole situation, just for you guys to get my peace of mind on this whole situation. But with all that being said, what did you guys think about this whole outrageous, like, outburst in social media regarding this chapter? Did you guys think it's silly? Did you guys think it makes sense? Whatever you guys thought, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chainsaw Man, as well as more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.